is granted.
Thank you, Speaker. Look, I come from a metro electorate, and I also come from an electorate with a number of gun clubs, including the New South Wales Gun Club, Peninsula Firearm Academy, St Ives Pistol Club in the neighbouring electorate, and also businesses that are impacted by this gun reform. I acknowledge what other speakers have said in regards to the omnibus bill and the reasons that it was passed in such haste because of the attacks in Bondi, but I also acknowledge that this petition today, and also its unprecedented 86,000 plus signatures, and the requests being reasonable requests, and requests that I have had similar, correspondence from my constituents regarding the need to consult to get this legislation right, and to make sure that there aren't perverse outcomes. Because I said a short contribution, I won't go through all the perverse outcomes that other members have mentioned, but they have been put to me by my constituents also. And there's one that hasn't been mentioned that I'll just read out quickly from the Gun Club, which is very small and nuanced, but it just gives an example. It says, "I'm writing to you to consider our older members and some disabled shooters who find it difficult to hold the weight of a 12-gauge shotgun and use a semi-automatic shotgun to do sports shooting. In sports shooting, we only ever have 2 shells at a time, and it's a requirement of our peak body," and goes on to just say how even people in their 70s and 80s who have been impacted, who have been shooting their whole lives. The point is, I know very little about guns, and I have referred those in my electorate to the member for Barwon to be able to have their advocacy better represented because of my lack of knowledge in this area. And I thank the member for Barwon for not only bringing the petition, but also assisting constituents of mine in the gun clubs in my area to make sure that they are advocated for appropriately. I do think that I believe in evidence-based policy, and I also believe in getting the nuance right and making sure we don't have perverse outcomes. So I do encourage the government to take the opportunity to genuinely consult with gun clubs and gun owners. Thank you.